Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Dave Hanson with RSPN with a tech tip again for you today. Just wanted to talk a little bit about probably one of the biggest threats there is in cybercrime to businesses. It's called business email compromise, and this is really when cybercriminals use email to manipulate or trick people into doing things that they shouldn't do. That could be a number of different things. Could be something as simple as stealing login credentials, could be giving up private company information, sending a document that it's not supposed to go out of the building, all the way up to changing account numbers that payments are being directed to. All kinds of bad stuff can happen, and this is creating all kinds of problems for businesses and leading to big losses to cybercrime. So I wanted to run through a couple of emails today and just look for some of the red flags that you might want to look for, and things that might set you off a little bit and trigger, help you identify if there's a problem here. So let's just look at this email. First thing to look at is the email that it's coming from accurate. Make sure there's no misspellings in there, and this is a little fuzzy, but you want to make sure that they're not putting an R and an N next together where there should be an M, and making it kind of look like the same, the correct email address, but not quite. Look for things like urgency. If they're trying to create urgency for you, this particular email is saying, hey, I'd like you to get this transaction completed right away, but they're saying do it right now. They're also saying, hey, you can't get a hold of me, right? That's a red flag. I want you to do this right now, but I can't talk about it, so just do it. Another thing, again, here's urgency again. Could you complete this transaction? And they can't take calls right now, so email is fine. So the only way this person's willing to communicate with you is via email. That should be a big red flag, especially when they're saying make this payment, right? This email count, even if it's correct, could be hijacked by a criminal that's now using it to try to trick people into doing stuff they're not supposed to do. So those are some big red flags in that one. Here's another one. Again, check the email address, make sure that it's accurate, that everything's spelled right. Look for stuff like this. There's urgency again. They're trying to get you to hurry and not slow down and think. This seems like an unusual request, right? That's private information to all the W-2s and tax statements for all their employees. So that's a big thing. And then again, urgency. Do this as soon as you can. So if you get emails like this, how should you handle it? And there's really some general steps to think about. Okay, be suspicious of email. It's the most common way that cyber criminals will get into an organization and cause bad things to happen. So be suspicious of everyone. Don't click until you know. So if there's a link or an attachment, make sure that you know that email came from who you expected it to come from, and that they intended you to have it, and either click a link or open an attachment. And you do that by verifying, right? You verify with the person that sent it to you. So if you get any email with a link or an attachment in it and you weren't expecting it, I recommend you call that person, whether they're inside of the company, call their extension, or send them a text if it's a friend or a relative, or in person if you're in the office, and you can shout down to the hall or to the next cubicle, hey, did you actually send this to me? Do that first before you click anything. Never rely on email to verify. Email can be hijacked and taken over, and if you're in a conversation via email and believe in everything that you are being told, that could lead to big problems. So that's the tech tip of the day. I hope that's helpful to you, and we'll look forward to talking to you next time. Thanks.